4 years ago, I was considering starting a business. I felt like I really didn't know what I wanted to do next in my life, and I was actually living in an apartment with camping furniture as my actual furniture because I was very broke at the time. And now I run a 7-figure company and I actually help a lot of people with even growing their business. So how did I make this massive shift from somebody who didn't really know what they wanted to do next to someone that's been very successful in a pretty short amount of time? Well, a lot of it had to do with the fact that I chose to learn and read books that I thought would really help me with this journey. And so that's why today I'm going to be giving you my top 5 books that I really recommend for female entrepreneurs to help you up-level your life, know what to do next, get clear on your mission, get clear on your vision, and have accurate steps for actually running a business effectively. If you want to learn more about what I do, I actually started in marketing and now I've worked with over 450 women to help them with the marketing and sales side of their business and help them scale their companies. So if you're curious about that, I've actually created other videos that you can go check out about my own personal story, how I got started and all of that. Or in addition to that, you can also check out, I have a free Facebook group exclusively for female entrepreneurs where I give a lot of free advice for scaling your business. It's an amazing community where you can actually network with other female entrepreneurs. And so if that's something you're interested in, go ahead down below to the description, click that link and join. Now let's get into books, right? And what I'd recommend that you read as a female entrepreneur. I'm going to be talking about both the mindset side of things that I think is really crucial for women, as well as more the practical, technical side of things that can really help you grow your business. And so the first book that I actually recommend is a book by Kate Northrup, and her book is called Do Less. So this book right here is absolutely phenomenal, and if you're a woman and you're starting your business, I would highly recommend it. In fact, I used to be probably more of a workaholic type person, and my first year in business, I probably worked 12 hours a day, 6 to 7 days a week, and it was a lot, and I definitely suffered from burnout. Now, I read this book around a year and a half ago, and it's when I really started considering to myself, hey, how can I manage my time and energy better? And the reason why I love this book is because it talks about how burning yourself out, working really hard every day, working those 12-hour days is actually doing you more harm than good, especially if you're a woman. So a big misconception that I used to have, because when I first hired, probably around 3 years ago, I hired my first business mentor, and a lot of my business mentors were actually men. And I didn't even realize, and this is what this book talks about, is the fact that women and men actually have very different energy levels, meaning men wake up with the same amount of energy every single day due to how their hormones function, whereas women have certain periods of time during the month where they actually have far less energy, and then other times a month where they have a lot more energy. And after I learned how to actually use this to my advantage, learned more about my own cycle, how I could use my hormones and schedule how I ran my business, guess what? Running a business became a lot more effortless. Being able to better manage my time became a lot more effortless. I do not work 12-hour days. In fact, a lot of days I work around 8 hours is a longer day for me now. 6 hours is more of a normal day of what I work, and I work 5 days a week. I always take off my weekends, and yet my business makes a lot more money now than back when I worked those 12-hour days. So if you're interested in how to effectively use your cycle for running your business and understanding more about time management, productivity, and things like that, super recommend this book right here. Now, if you're wondering and you want me to talk more in depth about how I specifically use what she talks about here into planning for my own business, then drop below, like in the comments, write, planning video, and then I'll know that you want me to talk more about how I use the concepts that she talks about in this book for planning my own business and planning when I'm doing strategic things such as launches, or when I am actually doing more time of planning and behind the scenes side of things because of where I am in my cycle. Another one of my absolute favorite books that I don't have with me at the moment because I loaned it to someone is called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. Now, why is this book so amazing for your business? So this book will really teach you crucial things about mindset, the way that your brain works, and the way in which you might be really hindering yourself from taking that next step in growth with your business. I absolutely love this book and recommend it to people all the time. It's helped me make really key decisions in my business and in my own life. And it's in fact one of the reasons why I made key changes back in December of last year, was because I had read this book and I was like, okay, I need to start taking better action. It really helps you understand the way in which fear might be showing up for you every single day. And if you're thinking to yourself, I don't have a problem with fear, I'm blah, 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 read the book. If you aren't where you want to be right now in your life, you need to read this book. It will really radically change the way you think about things. That's why I don't have it on hand at the moment, because I'm always recommending it and then I'm loaning it to people. So I don't have it, but look it up. It's the reason why I actually moved to where I live today. I live in Nashville. I live in an apartment. This was a major change for me because I used to live on a farm in Virginia, and there's nothing wrong with farms in Virginia, and there's nothing wrong with that life, but it is one of the key reasons. Reading that book is one of the key reasons why I moved. And I would say that it was a really great thing for me in my life that I did move. Third book that I really love is this book called Ready, Fire, Aim. This is a lot more tactical. It talks about tactical strategies for growth in your business. And this book right here actually helped me a lot. I started reading it back in February of this year when I was working on hiring a team, and I wanted to have better team management skills, but I just wasn't that skilled at team management yet. So right now I have a really amazing team that executes really well. I can take time off. My business still makes money. I took time off this past weekend and we got 5 clients while I took time off. And that's how much in sales would that be? That's $35,000. And I wasn't present for that, and yet we collected it. It was nice, right? Well, how was I able to do that? So before I used to have to do everything in my business, literally everything. I was a one-woman show. This book helped me really understand the gaps that are evident in every stage of business, meaning it really talks about 0 to getting to the 1 million mark, to getting from the 1 million to the 5 to 10 million mark, to getting from that to the 100 million mark, and what the difference is in company structure and what it looks like and what the actual management of the team within each of those looks like. And it helped me a ton. Now, this isn't going to be the exact way because this is not the exact style of business that I have, but reading this really gave me an amazing perspective. And so if you're thinking about long term, how do I get from here to here? What do I need to be focusing on? What is the main focus for me? Read this book. It'll show you what you need to know to get to that next level. This book, The Mountain Is You, is probably one of my all-time favorite books. And I know I've said that about the other books, so it might sound repetitive, but I absolutely loved this book. I believe I read this book directly after the Outwitting the Devil book. And honestly, if I were you, I'd read it in that order. In that, Outwitting the Devil was amazing. It really laid the foundation for a lot. But this book here, helped me understand a lot more about myself, understand why I was making the decisions that I was making, what was holding me back from getting to where I really wanted to be, and some different things it really... I'll read a quote. We are not held back in life because we are incapable of making change. We are held back because we don't feel like making a change, so we don't. It really helps you really look at yourself in the most truthful manner and see what's holding you back, see how to move forward. And I love this book. If you look at this book, I have so many different areas underlined. It was really just an amazing book, and I love the author. absolutely love her stuff. It's phenomenal. Would really recommend picking this up. It allows you to both look at yourself in a way of, hey, I'm not going to look at myself through just this lens of this facade. Instead, I'm going to look at myself, all aspects of myself, truthfully, while also giving yourself grace. And that's what I think is so special about this book. All right, final book here that you gotta read. And you might notice that a lot of these have to do with mindset and not so much technical aspects of like how to do copywriting and things like that. And the reason being is copywriting, a lot of those things are learned skills through practice. I did actually study them as well. These books, as far as getting my business to 7 figures, are what made the difference. This is the book that I most recently read. I actually recommended it to my team members as well for them to read. It made me understand why my own clients, because I've worked with 450 women now at this point, which is pretty incredible, but it helped me realize, hey, this is why women are struggling so much with stress, so much with overwhelm. And it's because they don't know how to set boundaries. And even though I've learned about setting boundaries, I've done a lot better with this in my business. I would say back in the day when I first started my business, I had no clue how to implement this in my business. But this is the reason why you have problems with clients. This is the reason why you have problems in your personal life. And this is the reason why you're having problems in your business. And so you need to go pick up this book as soon as possible. It also helps you understand how different things from, let's say, your childhood may have affected you today, which, okay, I personally have been on a major kind of healing journey with understanding myself, how my childhood affected me today. Not saying I had a bad childhood. There was aspects of my childhood that were definitely hard, but a lot of my childhood was good. But instead, understanding myself better, understanding what's resulted because of that, understanding how I need to better communicate boundaries, understanding how a lot of this with my own clients, when I see their stress, it's manifesting because they don't know a skill. And in fact, this book right here, I'm probably with my own clients going to implement a lot of what I learned in this with helping them learn how to set boundaries better so that they can have less stressful lives. I just completed this probably like 2 weeks ago. So definitely would recommend this one. This is now in my top 5 as well. All right, everybody, I hope this video is helpful for you. Let me know if you want me to create more videos like this one, and be sure to subscribe, hit that like button because it lets me know that you really did like this video, and hit that notification bell to learn whenever I put out another video.